Over the next 10,000 years, the star which Earthlings have named WOHG 64 will explode as a supernova. That's real. Okay. You can even search up on the internet if you want for WOHG 64. It's a planet. Yeah, a star. Like I'm reading the words. It's a star. This planet was inhabited by creatures who were very similar to those in the book Flatland. All the creatures in Flatland are flat. Okay? However, on this planet, the creatures were all rectangles of various dimensions. To locate a planet capable of sustaining life for their people, a spaceship from a planet orbiting WOHG 64 traveled 160,000 light years to reach our solar system. One alien was left behind on each of our solar system's 8 planets and 2 of our dwarf planets, Ceres and Pluto. I'm still angry about this, by the way. It's a planet. It's my opinion. I don't care about what they say. NASA doesn't know everything. Okay. Pretty positive. The alien who was left behind on Earth noticed rectangular-shaped objects mounted on poles along the roads. One stated, free concert in the park Saturday. Another stated, garage sale. So what did this alien see? What? Signs? Okay. In order to be inconspicuous, she took on the shape of a similar rectangle, 18 units by 24 units. At first, this planet seemed perfect, but the exposure to Earth's atmosphere caused something very strange to happen. After exactly 1 hour, the alien split in half. Now there were 2 aliens, each one half as big as the original alien. After another hour, each of those 2 aliens split in half. Now there are 4 smaller aliens. After each hour, each alien split in half again. So we're going to model this. Here is our alien. So when she first landed, this is what she looked like, right? And she was, what, 18 by 24? Is that what it said? 18 by 24? Okay. Then what happened? After 1 hour, what happened? Is that halfish? Okay. It's halfish, right? Well, she's not 18 by 24 anymore. What is she? Is this still 18? Yes. What's this? 12. So now it's not 18 by 24. Now it's 18 by 12, right? Okay. Can we keep track of this as we go along? Are you guys okay with that? Okay. So after 1 hour, how many aliens were there? 2 aliens. Now her original area is 432. Where did that come from? 18 by 24, right? 18 times 24 is 432. But now she's 18 by 12, right? Each of these aliens are 18 by 12, aren't they? Well, what's 18 times 12? Well, you can put it in your calculator, can't you? Which you all have out on your desk? Yeah, oh, good idea. Okay. So put it in your calculator, 18 times 12. You've said it already. I'm trying to let everybody have a chance, remember? Please remember that, okay? Does everybody have a chance to put this in their calculator, 18 by 12? Okay? As we know, it is 216. I wasn't saying you were wrong. I was trying to give everybody a chance, remember? Okay? Now, what happens now? Another hour passed, right? And what happens when the hour passes? I'm glad this is an actual alien because I would feel like they would be screaming when I cut them in half. That would be a little terrifying. Oh no, Matthew. How many aliens are there now? There are 4 aliens now. And this used to be 18 by 12, but what happened right here? That's 9 now, isn't it? Isn't it still 9 by 12 though? Okay, so calculators at the ready. 9 by 12, somebody different answering this time. 108. Everybody okay so far? Okay. Another hour just passed. What happened? Are you pretending to be the alien to scream when I'm cutting them? That's unkind. Now, how many aliens are there? There are 8 aliens. This used to be 9 by 12, but now it is 9 by 6. Hopefully you don't have to use your calculators this time. Hopefully you know what 9 by 6 is, but if you don't, calculate it up. 9 by 6, 54. Okay so far? And now another hour. Why am I not letting you do this, and why am I doing it myself for you? Yeah, you would stab each other with the scissors. Yeah, I'm pretty positive you would. I've known some of you for a while now. It's exactly what you would do. You would stab me first? Oh my gosh. That's a felony, just for the record. All right, how many aliens are there now? There are 16 aliens now. So after 4 hours, we have 16 aliens, right? This used to be 6 by 9, but now it is 6 by 4.5. What is 6 times 4.5? What's 6 times 4? What's 6 times 4? 24. What's half of 6? 3. What's 24 and 3? 27. Or you could put it in your calculator. I'm just trying to give you a way to do it in your head. 27. Yes? Okay. Another hour passed. You doubt my skills? Okay. Good thing. You don't want me to? Are you saying I'm taking too long? Yes? Okay, awesome. Okay, how many aliens? 32. How did you know that? Did you count as I put them all down? Oh, 4 by 8. Okay. So 32, 32 aliens. This one used to be 4.5 by 6, and now it's 4.5 by 3, right? 13.5. Okay. You're telling me you don't want me to do the last cut? Okay. What do you think? How many aliens do you think there's going to be then? 64. And what do you think the area is going to be then? 7.5. Because you saw the pattern? Is there a pattern here? There's like 18 patterns here, aren't there? Ish. Excuse me, aliens. I need you to move for just a second. We have one more column to fill in, don't we? Which one is the easiest to see? Most people see that one first, right? How did I know it was going to be a 2? Because what was happening to the number of aliens every time? It was doubling. Very good. Okay. Well, if this is 2 to the first, what's this one? 2 to the 0. What's this one? So now we just added a whole nother set of patterns, right? What patterns do you see? What patterns do you see in the first column? Increasing by 1 every time. What patterns do you see in the second column? Multiply by 2 every time. What patterns do you see in this column right here? Exponents are increasing by 1, and what do you see in this column? Dividing by 2 every time, right? Now, do you see any patterns between these two columns? The time is the exponent, right? Everybody okay with that? So, yes, that's exactly what I was going for. This should be 2n. Very good. Okay. Now, this next part of the worksheet talks about the number of aliens as a function of time. So which two columns are we talking about from this table? So the first one and the number of aliens, the second one, right? Okay. So keep that in mind as we're doing this. After how many hours will the alien population be 512? How can we figure this out? Okay, we could do that. Let's see. What if this was 7? What's 2 to the 7th? That's just double this one, isn't it? So 128. What if this was 8? 256. What if this was 9? Oh, 512. Okay. So after how many hours will the alien population be 512? 9 hours. Very good. Explain how you determined your answer. What did we do? We extended the table. Could we have used our calculator somehow? What could we have done with our calculator? So we could have gone into a graph and put in 2 to the n and looked at the table just like we did yesterday. So we could have used our calculator table. What's the point I'm trying to make here with multiple reasons of how we determine our answer? Yeah, there's multiple ways to get this answer, isn't there? Okay. How large will the alien population be after 12 hours? Do we need to keep extending the table? We can, but we don't have to because we have 2 to the n, right? So how about if we say 2 to the 12th? What is 2 to the 12th? 4,096 what? Aliens. What about after 24 hours? So 2 to the 24th? What is 2 to the 24th? So what number is this then? 16,777,216 what? Aliens. Explain how you determined your answer. How did we find these two numbers as our answer? We used the formula. 2 to the n, right? Is the alien population growing at a constant rate? Why is the answer no? Okay, so what's happening with the numbers then? The population numbers, what's happening here? They are doubling, aren't they? Is it growing at a constant rate? What does a constant rate imply? It implies that it's linear. Okay, is this a linear function? No, we know it's not because it says 2 to the n power. That's an exponential function. So how are we going to write our answer so that we know what we're talking about? It's growing, or how about if we say it's doubling? And that makes it exponential. Is that what you said? It's not a constant rate because we are multiplying something every hour and not adding something hour, right? Okay with that? So let's graph the number of aliens with respect to time. So we have number of aliens and hours, okay? Now, 0 hours is 1 alien, right? 0 hours, 1 alien. That's about as close as I can get to 1, right? 1 hour, there was 2 aliens. Is that exactly 2? Or am I having to kind of guess? There's not tick marks every line because that would make this graph look very, very awful, right? So we're doing our best, aren't we? Okay. 2 hours, 4 aliens. So not quite half. 3 hours, 8 aliens. So not quite to 10. 4 hours, 16 aliens. So just above half for 16, right? 5 hours is 32 aliens, so just above 30. 6 hours, 64 aliens. Now answer my question again. Is this growing at a constant rate? No, that's definitely not a line, isn't it? Okay. Should the points on the graph be connected with a smooth curve? Well, I'll tell you right now, one of those answers is right. It's either yes or no, right? Should it be connected? If it's connected, what does that imply about something like this point right here? Whatever's on the line is there, right? So at 2.5 hours, were there like 6 aliens? Why not? Oh, it only split on the hour, right? So should we connect them with a smooth curve? No, we cannot connect them with a smooth curve. If not, why should they remain unconnected? So we cannot connect them, right? Because why? Say it one more time. Perfect. The aliens only split on the hour. We can't have partial what? Aliens. Yeah, we can't have partial aliens. You're either an alien or you're not. I have never met an alien that I know of, but that doesn't mean they're not real. There could be, no, because you're either an alien or not. You can't have a partial person. You're either a person or you're not. You're not half a person. Now notice that there's italics up here, so we're changing what we're talking about, aren't we? The area of each alien as a function of time. Not the number of aliens anymore. We're talking about the area of the aliens with respect to time. So we're talking, instead of the first two columns, we're talking about the first and the last column. You okay with that? First, we need to graph it. 0, the area was 432. So when the time was 0, 432. 1, 216. 2 was 108. 3 is 54. 4 is 27. 5 is 13 and a half. And 6 is 6.75. Can we connect these? Why not? Literally the same exact reasons, right? Exactly. Okay? Describe what's happening to the size of an individual alien. It's getting smaller. Like, how is it getting smaller? By half. Can we be a little bit more specific? When? Every hour. Very good. The graph of the alien size with respect to time is an example of exponential decay. Could you have told me that before I told you that in the sentence? Good. Based on the table and the second graph, create a definition for exponential decay. I'm not asking for a textbook definition. I could look that up if I wanted. I want your definition of exponential decay. What's happening? It's decreasing. What specifically is decreasing? The y's are decreasing, right? What are the x's doing? They're increasing, right? X is increasing. But the y's are decreasing how? How about if we say by a common ratio? In this particular case, it's decreasing by half, isn't it? Will the aliens eventually disappear? Don't say anything out loud yet, please. Okay? Because on my answer, I have two sections. I split this in half. I have this section and I have this section right here. Okay? Right here I have no. And right here I have yes. Okay? Because what it says is, will the aliens eventually disappear, and then justify your answer. I can give you a justification for both of these answers. If your first instinct was no, will the aliens ever disappear? No. Give me a justification for your answer. If your first inclination was yes, give me a justification for your answer. But we're going to eventually have both answers and both justifications as part of our notes, because I want you to be able to see both parts. Okay? Does that make sense? I'll give you a couple minutes to think about it, and then we'll get back together. Will the aliens eventually disappear? No. No, they will not. Give me a justification. Why will their size never hit 0? I want you to talk to me in English, not in math. Why, though? Yes? Is that what you were saying? You will never get to 0 because you can always divide something in half. Do you think we ought to go back up a question and add that to our definition? Isn't that part of our definition? Now put that answer aside for a second. Will the aliens eventually disappear? Yes. Yes, they will. Justify it. They will be so small you can't see them. So this is a literal question, right? This is a figurative question. Will they disappear? Yes, they will, because I won't be able to see them. But are they still there? Yes, because they're never, you can always put something in half. Do you see how there's two answers here, depending on how you justify it? You okay with that? Okay. All right, come here, aliens. Oh no. All we went to here when I was cutting aliens in half, which sounds a really like a weird thing to say for the record. We only went to 32, right? But we could have gone to 64, but you guys gave me permission to stop cutting aliens, right? The next question says, what is the sum of the areas of all the aliens at any point in time? What was the original? So even if I cut these again, the total area is going to add up to 432. Even if I cut them again, the whole area will add up to 432. Why? It's the original area. It's just halving every time, right? It's not halving and taking away. It's just halving and staying next to each other, right? So the sum of the original areas is always going to be 432. What should we add after the number 432? We usually add a word, right? Well, what word did they give us in the problem? Units. Yeah. 432 units. And square units is even better, isn't it? Okay. Your homework is number 11. And even though I'm a math teacher, I know that a paragraph is not one sentence. 3 to 5, right?